Look at the size of that thing.
I know quality when I see it, and I hope you do too. Care to trade?
If you're looking for Kat, she's evaluated good stuff, yeah?
Your Grace.
I keep seeing imaginary void woken around.
The trader looks at the mansion behind her nervously, then back to you.
Yes? Well, anything else I can do you for then?
She responds with a nervous... The man in front of you is clad in a ragtag assortment of garb from different cultures. He looks up from repairing a battered instrument to smile and nod at you, one traveller to another.
Ho there, fellow traveller. Luronta. Looking for some cheer to lighten the mood of this grim, dark city? Yes, Callisti, I did indeed. Such a beautiful place, such beautiful culture. I look forward to going back someday. Someday, when the roads are safe again. Well now, I do love music, it's true. But my instrument has given up the ghost after long days on the road. Rav, believe me, traveling takes its toll. I'm from a place called Aleroth. And traveled back in years. When I first left home, I'd an idea travel'd make me more well-rounded and, interesting. But instead, I'm kind of uncomfortable everywhere. So now I'm traveling till I find a place that really feels like a true home. Because when nowhere feels like home, I start to think, of course, I'm glad to. My words will lift your spirits, and no mistake. But I need to pay my way, so I'd ask you for a little gold if you have it. What do you say, Rav? And for why do you deserve one, friend? Your style, I like it. So, how about a discount?
The poet tips his floppy hat to you as he counts the coin you handed over.
Now, what poem do you like to hear? And take a seat, Rav. Make yourself at home. Give me a moment to clear my throat and listen.
My friend here has taste. Get a trade, friend.
Built upon the backs of slaves does not deserve the fate of your place.
If you have one.
The kin hums a melody, one you recognize from long ago and far away. It reminds you very much of...
Grace, I'm sure you do not mean to insult me.
I meant nothing personal.
You're here on sufferance, lizard. If I had my way, you'd be on the next...
There's another threat. My word, the mansion's positively overrun with foreign folk on this most inauspicious of Lucian's days.
He catches himself and scrapes his throat in a brief moment of embarrassment.
I do apologize if I came across as impertinent just now, and I hope you'll forgive my unabating boldness when I assume Sir has come here in search of an audience with either Lord or Lady Kem. Lady Kem is having tea in the drawing room over in the north wing. I'm quite certain a person as obviously well-travelled as yourself will have no problem drifting in that general direction should he deem it fit to do so. I'm afraid I can't accommodate you with the opportunity to have a word with my Lord Kem at this precise moment, sir. My lord left early in the morning in pursuit of business and hasn't yet returned. I meant, of course, sir's countrymen, the lizard excellencies that have sought shelter under this esteemed roof in the aftermath of the dreadful attack that was inflicted upon the Imperial Consulate.
Not a chance, Egbert. You'll never find me. I found you.
It saddens me to say there are a number of deaths to mourn, but no doubt we all rejoice in the survival of the nobles. After all, a mere clerk is so easily replaced, wouldn't you say? As you rightly point out, sir, quite unlike a butler. I'm not privy to the details of my lord's ventures, but I gather his outing pertains to his office as Grand Master of the Paladins and the ousting of certain firebrands from the city. Unless I'm quite mistaken, in which case I once more apologize profusely, you'll most likely find my lord in the immediate vicinity of the Magister headquarters. The Magisters, in case my previous sentence lacked clarity, being the firebrands I alluded to. Yes, do please excuse me, for I have a party of dignitaries to attend to. They've an appetite for an aperitif, and the port, needless to say, does not pour itself.
Lord Kem does have a good eye for quality antiques, I must say.
I'm working here. Leave me be.
All this extra work, you'd think we'd get a few kind words now and again. For heaven's sake, would you please... Oh, ever so sorry. I thought you were that rotten butler about to warn me once again to take the ocular, not the tactile approach. I swear I've a mind to beat him to death with the nearest dictionary I can find.
How dreadfully crowded these rooms have become. One so yearns for the calm of earlier days.
Because that little snob thinks me unworthy of being in his precious lord's mansion, appraising his precious lord's collection of antiques. Just you try judging the state of a Vadistian armoire if you're not even allowed to rummage through its drawers. I'm merely appraising the many antiques gathered in here in this beautiful mansion.
A roguish little smile suddenly plays upon her lips.
What else would I be doing?
I found you.
Again, this time I'll find you.
Not a chance, Egbert. You'll never find me. I found you.
My, you do drive a hard bargain, don't you? Very well. Consider yourself invited. Now listen closely. Rumour has it that Lord Kem's mansion is built upon a massive vault in which he hides his true valuables. His entire house is but a smokescreen for the real treasure hidden underneath. I've had no luck so far in locating this fabled vault, but if you do, I swear the entire hoard is yours. No questions asked. All they want in return for this information is a trio of curious that is said to be kept inside. The portrait of the divine, the cup of kings, and the scroll of eternity. Everything else is yours. A most satisfactory arrangement.
She shakes her head apologetically.
There are only whispers of a vault and quieter whispers still of what it may contain. But at least you know now that it's there. Probably. Did you find them? The portrait of the divine, the cup of kings, and the scroll of eternity. These are the only treasures I'm after. These are the ones I want you to find.
How dreadfully crowded these rooms have become. One so yearns for the calm of earlier days.
Worth a pretty penny, too.
Another one? How many more of you can Lady K possibly take in?
You one of those consulator lizards, or whatever they're called? You might be a guest, but you need to stay out the way, lest you want to season tonight's stew.
How dreadfully crowded these rooms have become. One so yearns for the calm of earlier days.
Should I tell her that dinner will be late?
Let's not sound the alarm just yet. Wait to see if the fire is set first.
Come out, wherever you are. Mummy says I can't play upstairs in case I disturb her special guests. Are you a special guest? No, maybe not.
Tell me about yourselves.
We were hoping you'd see fit to reopen the school.
Sir. Lady Kem is having tea in the drawing room over in the north wing. I'm quite certain a person very well.
A delicious blend. I envy the lady's brewing skill.
Oh, hon, did you get an invitation to tea? You must have misread the date, my dear. My hands are already full.
I do hope the Kems might reopen the school. Children should not suffer from our misdeeds.
But please, tell me about yourself.
Come out, wherever you are. Come out, wherever you are.
I want no trouble from you, lizard. This job is dull, and I'd like to keep it that way.
I bit the Master Kim, I did. I could have sworn it was another man in a master suit, but it weren't. Now I'm in the doghouse like the humans say. I swear, I couldn't help it. Kimmel smelled like when the garden man cuts down a decayed tree, like he was using flowers to hide the rot. Only nudging and tail wag the next time, I promise. No licking, though. I don't want to taste the rot again.
Everything okay?
Careful now. That's a trap.
And you thought Rivellon was flat.
Careful now. That's a trap. Look out! Look out! I see it. I see a trap nearby.
I've spotted a trap. Careful! I've spotted a trap.
I've spotted a trap.
Nearby. Careful now, that's a trap.
Careful. I've spotted a trap. Lucky find. Why would Lord Kem have a black ring mirror in his attic? Someone has taken a great interest in Dallas.
The surface of the mirror is smooth and unblemished. Not a single speck of dust sits on the black glass. A vision appears. It wavers, then becomes clear. In the reddish light cast by flowing lava, you see a cave. You recognize it. This is the Sallow Man's cave. The roof has fallen in.
Careful. I've spotted a trap.
Everything okay?
Very generous of Lord Kem to offer us shelter after what happened at the consulate. Rare to find someone of such honor in this city, it seems.
The Lizard Consulate is gone. All that survives of it is what I managed to take with me. Care to see what I have? Perhaps we can make an arrangement. Best to sell anything of value. The voice of the ancient empire must still be heard in Arx, and that will require gold. Our consulate may be gone, but I will not let us be reduced to utter beggars. I merely do what is necessary to fund our ongoing diplomatic efforts.
Our consulate lies in ruins. Shame on this city for treating its guests so poorly.
spotted
Keep
something.
his name safe. It must not be spoken.
The flower is withered. You bend to smell the bloom, but it has no discernible scent. The moment you finger the silky flower, icy darkness pierces your heart. The chill freezes your bones, then rushes free, leaving a single word etched within you.
Keep his name safe. It must not be spoken.
The statue reaches the bottom.
A blood rose bush. When not in flower, it barely stinks at all.
So, this is where Kem hides his most ancient valuables. Powerful connection to the source.
The third passion of Lucian. Hubert Oak's brushwork is unmistakable. Lucian's glorious return. This is what everyone's waiting for.
The spirit of a painting hovers where the painting itself once...
Thieving was the best chance I had of keeping afloat in this wretched city. Never thought that would mean trying to impress a bunch of kids. Big Tamora said they'd let me in their grubby little guild if I helped them nab that painting of Chem's, the second passion of Lucian. They'd even found a way into his vault from down in the sewers. Well, we make as if I...
The third passion of Lucian. Hubert Oak's brushwork is unmistakable.
The spirit of a painting hovers where the painting itself once stood. The second passion of Lucian, you presume. It's difficult to see the image as it must appear in the real world. This, perhaps, is the moment where Lucian killed Damien and sacrificed himself for the world.
I've spotted something. The first passion of Lucian. A genuine Hubert Oak masterpiece.
The first passion of Lucian. A genuine Hubert Oak masterpiece. What's this? I found something. I've spotted something. What's this? I found something. This painting is spectacular in its ugliness.
Why, hello again. Highly interesting. And highly valuable. Perhaps even quite out of your league. Anything else?
Is Lady Kay still cavorting with her friends?
Did you find them? Then the vault is real. I can't believe it. What did you find? Do show me, please. Let's have a long-awaited look. And now for the rest. Why, hello again. Did you find them? Do show me. Let's have a long-awaited look. And now for the rest. Why, hello again. Most certainly. Anything else? Did you find them? The portrait of the divine, the cup of kings, and the scroll of eternity. These are the only treasures I'm after. These are the ones...
An inscription at the terrarium's base identifies its contents as a wailing mandrake, a species you've not heard of in spite of your impressive scholarship. Not every detail is visible through the terrarium's hazed glass, but there is no missing the plant's trumpet-like blooms, perfect for catching raindrops, or insects, perhaps.
Gods, make it stop! Holy Mother of Divine, that's loud! I won't do much sneaking with this in my pocket! Holy Mother of Divine, that's loud! I won't do much sneaking with this in my pocket!
The ring. Disband them.
The flower's beauty is betrayed by your memory.
This plant has roots of steel.
Three owls in the enclosure stare you down blankly, fluffing their feathers and blinking in turn.
Jimmy, prithee wake thyself.
The owl addressed as Jimmy lies motionless on the ground, looking for all the world like he's stone cold dead.
Aye, aye, buck thyself up, Jimmy lad. We are blessed with a visitor.
Spying some blood on Jimmy's beak, you pry it open to investigate. Inside, you see a human finger. A few sharp tugs, and you've pulled a severed human hand loose, partially pecked. You don't need to be a genius to surmise that Jimmy choked on his dinner.
Sir? Sir?
Quit thy poking and prithee leave yon Jimmy alone. Our lad will ruffle up his feathers in his own sweet time.
Jimmy? Jimmy? What is it we do?
Oh, blast and bother, Jimmy. Show some civility to our esteemed visitor, won't you?
Jimmy remains dead, uninterested in answering petty questions about the world of the living.
Deceased? Bunkum. Sweet Jimmy is just resting his eyes.
Sir must be aware that one often needs a small nap after a large dinner, and Jimmy just ingested a banquet.
As you gingerly pack the rotting appendage in your backpack, you have occasion to wonder, not for the first time on this journey, what in the void am I doing?
Stuffed indeed. Stuffed with food and happiness he is. But what is a mantelpiece?
The owls shrug their fluffy little shoulders at each other, then eye you beadily.
I don't know, Aloysius. Jimmy's always been the smart one. Jimmy? Jimmy, what's a mantelpiece? Fare thee well!
The spirit of the owl, known as Jimmy, hops heavily from claw to claw, squinting up at you over his bulging, fluffy cheeks.
I don't know what just happened, but I do know that I can't taste anything. And that is the worst feeling in the whole world.
The owl's eyes go wide and round as his roly-poly body.
What? What? No more treats from Kem? No more tasty treats? Indeed, and quite delicious it was too. Kem always liked me the best. He gave me lots of treats like that. Those others with their fancy names, he never gave them treats like me.
You are a talented thief. You creep through the mansion and into the safety of the vault. But a shadow looms, a paladin. Smiling, you give yourself up. But something pulls at your soul. A blade swings, your hand falls. The elegant owl mistress glances up at you from her papers, a harried look on her face. She nods an abrupt greeting.
Yes? Can't you smell the fine aroma of owl shit? This is the Owlry, Lord Kem's communications link with the rest of Rivellon. Right now, I'm sending my fluffy friends to mobilize paladins to readiness. War is imminent. But Lord Kem's a good leader, a good man. He'll protect us. I'm sure of it. I suppose he sent you for the latest news? I doubt it. That's probably just Jimmy taking a nap, that fat owl. He eats a lot. Poor lad hasn't been able to fly properly in months. Lord Kem feeds him too many treats. And who am I to stop him? Rivellon's a big place, darling. And all of it in a shambles. Where exactly do you want to know about? We haven't heard anything from Fort Joy in a good long time, ever since a group of renegade sorcerers escaped, killing Bishop Alexander in the process. I'm no fan of Magisters, not anymore, but I can't help but think that Alexander's death was unfortunate. Dallas is only making everything worse. I intercepted some Magister communications from there a while ago. Seems like their Voidwoken problems have decreased lately, but they're not quite sure why. Well, that's no surprise. Your kind of all three houses riled up in a frenzy. The House of Dreams are communing with dead warriors. The House of Lore drawing up new maps for after the war. And the House of War? Well, the House of War are in their element. Same old story. The Queen is trying to quench the rebellion, but the rebels are too quick for her. And in all that, the traders are getting more powerful while the nobility weakens. What part they'll play in the upcoming war, good luck out there. You'll need it.
The weather-beaten war owl salutes you with one wing. Looking closer, you can see a telltale scratch on her left claw. This is the war owl who delivered your message from the Paladin camp.
Sir, you sent me from the meadows near Driftwood. Caroline Fluffinster at your service, sir. Wherever the whistle calls me, sir. Though no doubt with the war preparations the way they are now, I'll be called up to the front lines, sir. That I have, sir. Thank you, sir. Bred and trained for service I am, sir, and proud to be some help, sir.
The owl bows before you with an outrageously over... The frog blinks slowly, considering you with shrewd and beady eyes. After a pointed pause, he opens his mouth, flicking his tongue out to catch an unfortunate fly right from the tip of your boot.
Another blow-in? And this used to be such a nice neighborhood. Well, where should I start? Lethal plants is pretty high on the list. Not to mention kids rampaging in the pool, splashing about, doing Lucian knows what underwater, and scaring all the flies away. I tell you, I've had quite enough. Quite.
With that, the... The flower's beauty is betrayed by your memory.
Friends of the Ring are destroyed.
I got real lucky when the void woke. Hope you liked what you saw.
An empire built upon the backs of slaves does not deserve that.
My friend here has taste. Get a trade, friend?
The man and the elf keep their voices to a discreet level, but it's impossible to miss the tension between them. They're arguing.
What more to convince you? More void woken? A plague?
An earthquake? Arx is doomed. Our future is elsewhere.
Pharaoh, come on. Where's this elsewhere that's better than Arx? This is the greatest city in the world. I'll leave it over my dead body.
Exactly. Your dead body. My dead body. This place is dead. We can be together anywhere.
They fall into a sullen silence, neither of them willing to give in.
Keep out of this.
This is not a good time. Please leave us.
North, Ancient Empire Consulate. South, Kem Mansion. East, Canal District. Goods bought and sold. No questions asked. The man glowers from under his...
They call you a slayer of giants. If you strike from the shadows as effectively as you strike in the light, you may find my supplies invaluable. More likely than you think, even for one as blindingly colourful as you. But it means keeping your pride in check. Swagger is suicide. Hubris gains the attention of wicked eyes. No paladin can overlook one cockier than himself. Luckily, I have the tools you need to stay Is there more on your mind? Come this way. Be quick.
For the safety of Rivellon, report all sorcerers to the nearest Magister.
Leave me alone, I'm busy.
Lucian, gonna kill you, Damien. Our parents will be busy praying.
My big brother said...
gonna kill you, Damien.
Don't you fight me, Damien. I'm Lucian and I'll kill you.
I'm Lucian. Gonna kill you, Damien.
Don't you fight me, Damien. I'm Lucian and I'll kill you. Don't you fight me, Damien. I'm Lucian and I'll kill
Don't
you.
you fight me, Damien. I'm Lucian and I'll kill you. Don't you fight me, Damien. I'm Lucian and I'll kill you. I'm Lucian. Gonna kill you, Damien. Don't you fight me, Damien. I'm Lucian and I'll kill you.
Don't you fight me, Damien. I'm Lucian and I'll kill you.
Trouble brewing in the ancient empire.
Back in business. Thank the gods for Lord Cam, eh? He sorted out them void woken. Now, what'll it be?
The elf stands in front of a cart displaying various sundries. He warmly motions to you and gives you a broad smile.
You've got your work cut out. Summon's good. What you looking for? I'm not picky, so long as the arrow flies straight.
Cranley Hubert publishes latest edition. New book already out of date.
I heard that the paladins killed unarmed magisters. Didn't even let us surrender.
Too loud. What do you think the paladins would do to us if they heard you going wrong like that?
Parks is still a free city, last time I checked.
There's
bodies in the streets. This place isn't free, not anymore. I heard that the Paladins killed unarmed magisters. Didn't even let them surrender.
Don't fret.
All those broken arrows.
Nature.
You've got your
Hint.
work cut out.
They burn our flag. Do return, should you
Some are
find
still
it necessary.
good. What you looking for? I'm not picky, so long as the arrow flies straight.
Hunters, I've got the wares you need.
I'll give you that.
Oh yes, the town is all a twitter over your escapades at the gate. It's the perfect time to replace the hunting supplies you've lost, yes?
Nature provides. Nature provides.
You're confident. I'll give you that.
Get out of here, you dirty...
Nature provides.
How's the potion business going?
Mixed. Hunter, I've got just the thing.
Very funny.
Nature provides.
Sturdy bows and sharp arrows, here for the choosing.
All those
What can I do for you?
Some are still.
Roll up, don't be shy.
Get to it or get moving. It's the busiest day of the year.
You must truly savor my company, Godwoken. Something you wanted?